magic. In tonight's video is created to help you relax, 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 and get rid of all your stress and all your worries, and hopefully fill you and potentially even help you fall asleep, 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 asleep. So without further ado, let's get into the magic. So for the first trick in tonight's video, I need two very special cards that are going to act as our hunters for this card trick. And what are the two cards to use than the two jokers, which would make sense to be the hunters, considering they are the only two human cards. So I'll pop them up there because we do need, however, to select, two more cards. And these can be any two cards. So I would have my spectator go through and touch any two cards. Let's say they go for this card here. And let's say they go near the bottom. Let's go for this card here. Now we could have gone for any cards, but the two cards we have gone for in our case are the Five of Hearts and the Three of Diamonds. Please remember these cards, because what we are going to do now in turn is lose these cards into the middle of the deck, starting with the Five of Hearts and then following up with the Three of Diamonds, and we'll confirm that this is completely lost with a solid riffle shuffle, and you can actually see them getting mixed like so. Completely lost and nowhere to be found. Now you could have picked any two cards, it was completely up to you. I'm going to give the deck a bit of a cut as well, and this is where our two jokers come back in hand for us, because we are going to use these two jokers to try and find your two selections. And here's how our hunters are going to do this. We are going to take one hunter, say the bottom joker, and we're going to set it, let's do it this way around, we're going to set it somewhere near the bottom of the pack, about there, which should do very nicely. And we'll take the other joker and put it somewhere near the top of the pack. Let's say about there. And these jokers are going to try and find both your cards. In fact, what they should do is melt together and find and reveal the Five of Hearts and Three of Diamonds. Are you ready? Watch closely, because if you blink, you might miss it. And as you can see, the jokers have completely vanished and melted together. And in fact, you can see the hunters did their job, and they found the Five of Hearts and the Three of Diamonds. So I really hope you all enjoyed that wee opening card trick. Welcome back, everybody, to another Magic Monday. It's been a couple weeks since I've done a proper card magic video, so I'm super happy to be back, super excited for tonight's video. I have a few very fun card tricks aligned in preparation for tonight's video. So if you do enjoy the video tonight, then be sure to drop a like for more Magic Mondays. And if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. We just hit 13,000 subscribers, which I'm so grateful for. Thank you all so much. And without further ado, I'm going to stop rambling because let's get into the card magic, right? So I hope you all enjoy, and let's begin tonight's Magic Monday. So for this next trick, I'm going to begin by giving the deck several shuffles, giving it a good mix-up, ensuring no setup throughout the performance of this trick. We could even give it some cuts to making it nice and fair. In fact, fair is actually a good word to use as a theme for this trick. We're going to keep things nice and fair for this trick. And so, to continue that theme, I do need to make a prediction. And I'm going to do that with the deck face down. So, even I don't know what card I'm going to be predicting tonight. Let's go with this card, shall we? And I'll leave it face up there, so you can keep an eye on it. You can see there's no funny business going on. I'm not switching it out slyly right in front of your eyes, and we'll come back to it in a wee moment. Again, nice and fair. Now usually when I have a card selected, I would have it done with the deck face down. But no. Tonight, we're making no mystery, no uncertainty. We're keeping it fair. And I'm going to spread the deck out face up so you can see that there is A, again, no setup, but B, that you could genuinely pick any one of these 51 cards now. So let's say you go with the 9 of spades, for example. A very random card. But again, it was your choice. You went for the 9 of spades. And it's actually a very magical card. A very powerful card that can do some pretty magical things. One of which being that it can disappear right in front of your eyes. Don't believe me? Watch very closely. Watch. Just like that. It is gone. No, really, look. There is no 9 of spades in this deck. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, you did make a prediction. What's all that about? Well, we'll get to that in a wee moment. And again, I do want to stress that you could have picked any card you wanted. And I think you can see where this is going. My prediction was indeed it was the Joker. That was meant to be your card. Right. Well, in fact, I should be able to recover. Let's try and recover. This Joker is also very magical. You see, one of the things this Joker can do is not only vanish just like the 9, but it can actually morph into cards. Watch very closely. And just like that, the Joker has morphed into your 9 of spades. So next up, I am actually going to be performing and teaching you. That's right. Teaching you a very fun card trick, and it's super easy to do, very simple. You can do this if you've never performed a card trick before. In fact, it actually only uses 8 cards. It's that easy. So I'm going to begin by performing the trick and then teaching you exactly how you can do it. It's super cool, super fun, and it always gets everybody every time I perform it. So stick around if you want to see the tutorial, but let's begin with the performance. So for this trick, as I said, I do have 8 cards, and I can show you these 8 cards. And what I would like you to do is to think of one of these 8 cards. Let's say for the purpose of this trick we are thinking of the King of Diamonds. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cards and I'm going to in-jog and out-jog every other card. And then I'm going to take all these ones that I out-jogged and I'm going to show you them. And if you see your card, I want you to let me know. Do you see your card? In our case, it's a yes, we see the card. And I'm going to do this again. I'm going to in-jog, out-jog, in-jog, out-jog, in-jog, and out-jog, and ask you again. Do you see your card? In our case again, it is yes. Now this will vary depending on what card our spectator did pick, but in our case, they have seen it twice. And we're going to do it one more time. I'm going to ask you, do you see your card? And in the final case this time, they do not see their card. Perfect. Now next up, we're going to play a pretty fun game of lie detector. And I was always really bad at lie detectors, so maybe you'll be a little better than me at this. And I'm going to deal the cards into 2 piles like so. And I'm going to ask you a series of questions. And these cards can actually tell if you're lying or if you're telling the truth. So we're going to begin with our first question, and you can lie or tell the truth, it's up to you. First question, was your card a king or a jack? Let's say our spectator tells the truth and says it was a king. I can turn over these cards on the left here and they tell us yes, they're telling the truth, it was indeed a king. And I'll take these other cards, deal them into 2 piles again. So we know it's a king. Now was it a black king or a red king? Let's say they lie and say it was a black king. Well, I'll turn over these cards and they say no, it was a red king. So it's a red king, it's either the King of Hearts or King of Diamonds. Again, lie or tell the truth, was it a King of Hearts or the King of Diamonds? Let's say they lie and say the King of Hearts. I would turn over this card which says no, this suit is a diamond. So therefore, the card that they thought of was the King of Diamonds. Pretty awesome, very fun. A fun wee lie detector trick. No idea how it works, but I'm going to get into the tutorial right now. But before I do, if you have any idea how this trick works, pause the video now. If you don't want to see how it's done, you can skip a wee bit. If you do have any idea though, let me know in the comments before we do it. Okay, we all good? Right, let's jump into the tutorial. So welcome to the tutorial for the lie detector trick that you just saw. So for this trick, you need to go ahead through your deck and take out 2 4 of a kinds. In this trick, I've gone for the 4 kings and the 4 jacks, but you can go for any 4 of a kinds that you would like. And when you've taken them out, make sure you arrange them in the same black red order. So clubs, hearts, spade, diamonds, or spades, hearts, diamonds, whatever. But make sure they're both the exact same. Clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds. Set one back on top of the other. So in my case, this is my setup. If you want to just mirror it, match it, that's completely fine as well. And when you've got that, you're ready to go. You can pop these cards in your pocket, whatever. And you can walk up to your spectator and say, I have 8 cards, and I would like you to think of one. Now the awesome thing about this trick is you don't actually know what their card is until the very end. So it's a pretty crazy trick. You can show them 8 and say, think of one. They're thinking of one. Let's say this time they're thinking of the Jack of Spades for this tutorial. Now for this next step, you want to turn the packet over, and all you want to do is do this in jog, out jog move, which is very easy. All you're essentially trying to do is show them every even numbered card, so the 2nd, 4th, 6th and 8th. If you want, you can go through and take them out, but the easiest way to do it is just bring this bottom card down and then push this one up, then bring the 3rd down, push the 4th up, 5th down, 6th up, 7th down and the last one up, and then you can just take these out like so, and make sure you keep them in this order, and you want to turn them over and ask them, do they see their card? Now we're going to do this 3 times, and I'm going to put a wee instruction on screen now to show you. The first time you do this, you want this packet with the spectator's card to go on the top. The second time you want the packet with the spectator's card to go on the bottom. And the third time you want it to go on the top. So what I mean by this, in our case, they do not see their card. So the packet with their card is going to go on the top. Like so. And then we do it again in jog out jog. Like so. We ask them, do they see their card? This time they do. So the card with the packet with the spectator's card goes on the bottom, like so. And we do this one more time. I think what this part is doing is actually putting the deck in a specific order. So we ask them, do they see their card? They do. So it goes on top. Now the trick is all set up, you can move on to the lie detector stage. And it's very important you memorize the way of dealing the cards. And a good way to remember to do this is always deal to your right first. So you want to go right, then left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And you start on this left pile. So the last pile you dealt to, this one here. And you ask them, was your card a king or a jack? Make sure you tell them that they can lie or tell the truth. Let's say they lie and say it was a king. You can flip this back over and reveal that it was a jack that they were thinking of, so they were lying. Now come back over to this pack on the right, and again, deal to the right first. So right, left, right, left. And you want to move to this middle packet now and ask them, was it a red jack or a black jack? Let's say they tell the truth and say it was a black jack. You'll turn it over and reveal that the color was indeed black. Now next, all you want to do with this final pile is take this top card and slide it to the right. And this will be their card. So now you can ask them, it's a black jack, was it a jack of spades or a jack of clubs? Let's say they say it was the jack of clubs. You can then turn this over, show they were lying, it was actually a spade, and then this final card will be their jack of spades. Pretty crazy trick. It will work every single time, guaranteed, as long as you perform it correctly, of course. If it doesn't work for you though, if you have any questions, feel free to comment them down below. Let me know if it works on your friends and family. And I hope you all enjoyed this wee trick with tutorial. For the last trick in this video, I'm going to be using my bicycle turquoise deck of Riderback playing cards. And what we're going to do is, well, we're going to begin by giving the deck some cuts. We'll give it a good mix up, just like so. Now this trick is actually easier if I have a spectator with me, and you'll see why in a moment. But what I'm going to do is give the deck a good thorough riffle shuffle, showing you the deck being mixed up. And what I am going to do is take this deck and I'm going to deal it into 2 piles. A pile for me and a pile for you. Now you can see why it would be easier with a spectator, but do not fear, piles each. 26 cards. Perfect. Sorry that took a wee moment. Now, I would like you to pick a pile. Let's just go with the pile I assigned you initially. So this is mine, and this is going to be yours. Now, I'm going to orientate our piles like this because what we're going to do is you're going to go through each of your cards and turn them over, and you're going to separate them black from red. If it's black, you can pop it over here. If it's red, you can pop it over here. And what I'll do is wherever you put your cards, I'll deal my card face down, diagonally from your card. So, you put your black card there, I put mine diagonally. You turn over again, you've got another black, I'll deal mine right there. Next up, you got a red one, we'll pop it there. I'll deal mine there. Black, so I go there. Red, I go up here. And we'll do this with the entire of both of our packs. Got the 2 of spades, so I go there. Got the Queen of diamonds, so I will of course go up there. 5 of spades, I'll go over there. This is quite difficult to do without a spectator, trying to make sure I don't turn over my cards, but make sure I turn over all of yours. Red, so I go diagonal. Black, again I'll go diagonal. Red, up there. Black 4, I go diagonal there. I'm gonna go through your entire pack of cards. Just about there. Couple cards left. And we finish off with a red, so I go there. Now we can agree this was completely random. We gave the deck a shuffle. We mixed it up. You could have picked any pile. And you separated them black from red. And I dealt mine diagonally. Again, pretty random, right? But no. Watch. Your red pile has matched up with all of my red cards, and your black pile has matched up with all of my black cards. Pretty crazy. A huge coincidence, or just sheer magic. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video. It took a while to make, so if you did enjoy, then be sure to leave a like. Do let me know what you would like to see in future Magic Mondays. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next week for another super fun Magic Monday. Good night, guys. Thanks to